All right. All right. First things first, let me fix my fucking camera so that I'm not fucking zoomed in. Anyways, good morning, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into another stream. If you guys are new here in the morning, we come in, we take a look at NQ price action. We see what's going on, we see what happens, we see what price is doing currently, and what it did overnight. And then at night, we come in, we review, we see what actually happened, we see what took place, and see what price can do going into that New York session. So let's get into it. We usually start analysis on the 4-hour, as always. So let's get into it. Let's see what we have going on here on the price action today and see what we can do going into that New York session. We're also outlining this inside the Discord, so that's www.papertraders.io. So go check it out. And go check us out on Twitter at the Paper Traders. There's a free link in the description that gives you access to our freemium membership. So go check it out. Come hang out with us. See what we got going on here. Anyways, let's get into it. So looking on the 4-hour. Price is currently tapping into an FEG above at 29,707,850. 07852, 29,026. This is a bearish PD array, and given that price is still below the 1550 EMA, we can look for a rejection here and for price to potentially continue to the downside. Here we also notice that price is sweeping the previous 4-hour high, and if it starts to get below that previous 4-hour high, we can look for an outside 4-hour to the downside, as long as price gets below the 50% of the previous 4-hour candle. So right now we're sweeping that previous hourly high or previous 4-hour high, right? And we have this previous 4-hour candle. So as long as price gets through this 28,882 at 28,882.25, previous candle at 28,225. As long as price gets through the previous, okay, there we go, right? Otherwise, on the 4-hour, we are trading above that 1550 EMA. Previous daily high PDH is also not too far. Not too far from here. So if price did want to continue to that PDH sweep, we can look for a displacement of this 4-hour FEG for that continued upside. That's on the 4-hour. On the hourly, let's see what we have going on. Kind of a grind up overnight. Okay, on the hourly here, so current hour candle is inside here. We are now opening up this next hourly candle. Given that this is kind of, let's see, so we can get rid of that. We can take maybe potentially this OTE here. All right, 618 rests about that fair value gap above. 29,310 is still a level that we are that we're still playing around, right? We broke down through it. So 29,310 is potential retest area on the hourly. The 8 a.m. hour closed inside the 7 a.m. hourly candle. So currently watching the 9 a.m. candle and see what price wants to do. Here we can be looking for an outside hour with a sweep of either side of the 8 a.m. candle. Sweep the low with no displacement. We can look for the upside. Sweep the top with no displacement, and we can look for the downside. Downside. The hourly, we have also outlined the OTE of the last leg to the downside, and the 618 lines up close to the PDH, as well as the 29,310 level that has previously served as a support and has now potentially turned into a resistance. Here we can look for price to potentially retrace up to it and see if we get any kind of rejection from there. Downside. Rejection. Continue. On the hourly, we also have this fair value gap the price tapped into. So right now, so we're seeing this run to the upside. There's no other fair value gaps except for this one on the downside. We're in that 4-hour fair value gap that price is rejecting. So this fair value gap, right? Downside of the hourly time frame, we have an FEG from 28.60 to 28.2375. So if price decides to reverse to the downside, we can look for a reaction in this area for a continued upside. All right, so there's this 4-hour fair value gap that we can potentially reject. This is the previous 4-hour high, so if price starts dipping below it, we're going to look for the 50%. If we cannot hold through the 50%, we're going to look for that continued downside. On the 15-minute, there's a lot of liquidity here on the upside where price from that grind down, right? Kind of a little bit of a grind down that we had here. Swept that liquidity here. See if it will let me. There we go. We have this tiny little fair value gap right there. We also have this fair value gap right here. Okay, so on the 15-minute, price has a few FEGs that it is currently staying between. The one on the upside at 29.048.25 to 29.036.75. If price displaces this one, we can see a continuation to the upside, at least top of the Asian session. On the bottom, price has tapped into an FEG at bottom at 29.28 987.75 to 28.980. So if price breaks this one, then we are gonna look for a continuation to the downside. Downside. The lower FEG is sitting right below that previous 4-hour high as well. So a break of it can yield that outside 4-hour that we mentioned. Right? Break of this FEG can yield us that 4 hours, since it's sitting right here with that within that range. On the daily plan, let's see what we got going on here. So we swept this fair value, or we swept this OTE previous daily high sitting right there at 29. C20. So what we have going on this. Does look like Asian range, London expansion. So New York potentially consolidation here, just, you know, staying around these kind of same levels, maybe chopping up and down. So the 5-minute, looking at the daily plan, looks like price had Asian consolidation, New York expansion, which can ultimately give us New York consolidation here as well. I am gonna watch, we are gonna watch the London session high here and see what price does around that area. If the London session high is swept and price continues above, then we will look for upside. If price is swept with no continuation above, we can look for a retest of the OTE of the London range. London range here. And that's all I have for you guys here today. On that, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, as always. Come hang out with us inside the Discord. That's www.papertraders.io. You can also check us out on Twitter at the Paper Traders. It's the best way to see what we are all about, see the things that we offer. We have a free membership, link in the description of the at the Paper Traders. So come check us out, come hang out with us, see the things that we got there, see what we offer. I want to see what earnings we have. Earnings that we got going on this week. See if we have anything good. Tesla, Google reporting, IBM reporting, Texan. Okay, Nokia is reporting, Intel. Okay, so we got Tesla, Alphabet, Intel. So pretty decent fucking stocks. That's not until Wednesday. that we start getting into those. IBM had a decent fucking gusher to the downside. This was fucking nuts. Okay, that's a nasty weekly right here. And we got some earnings coming out. Oh, wait. IBM, why does it say earnings June? Oh, yeah, no. Oh, June 26th, how's it? June, July. It's July. Why is IBM on here? Is this July 20th? What the fuck? Google earnings coming up. UTLB, GitLab. Would need to see above this consolidation. CMG. Let's see what about Chipotle. July 26th. June, July, Wednesday, July 29th. Wednesday the 29th is when Chipotle. So next week Chipotle is reporting. GTLB. When do we have earnings on this guy? September 28th. Okay. So let's see what we got going on with these stocks. Those are the ones that I'm watching. Newman Boyd. Ring Central. That's a Verizon VZ. That one could also be good. I know I've traded it before. We had this little guy, and that one pretty fucking good, right? So what is this? $48 to $50. That's pretty good. On that, that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. As always, I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll see you later tonight for our price action review. See what went down. Peace out.